Ever feel drained after hanging out, even when it's fun? You're not alone. One simple question is quietly changing lives for people just like you. What if everything you were taught about socializing was wrong? Stick around, and if this hits home, don't forget to subscribe. It's strange, isn't it? You laugh, share stories, genuinely enjoy being around others, but then the next morning hits you like a wall. Your body feels heavy, your mind foggy, and all you want is silence. That familiar wave of fatigue washes over you, and you think, why do I feel this way when I actually had fun? It feels like your experience doesn't match the narrative you've been told. People assume if you're having a good time, you should leave energized. But for some of us, that's not how it works. The moment the social buzz fades, exhaustion sets in like a weight pressing down on your entire being. And here's the kicker, you start questioning yourself. Am I broken? Why can't I handle what others seem to thrive on? The truth is, many feel this, but few talk about it, because the world paints social energy as a one-size-fits-all model. But what if the issue isn't you? What if you're wired differently, not wrongly? That simple shift in thinking opened a door I never knew existed. A door that led to a single question that changed everything about how I saw myself and my energy: the pressure to be normal. From an early age, you're told to speak up, participate more, and not be so quiet. School rewards loud voices. Offices praise those who dominate discussions. Group projects, networking events, and open workspaces, all designed for the highly interactive, always-on personality. And if you're not naturally like that, you're nudged, sometimes forcefully, toward it. You're told it's for your own good, that success demands visibility, that being quiet equals being invisible. So you adapt, you stretch yourself, you overcompensate, but all the while you feel off. Meanwhile, nobody seems to notice the silent cost. When nearly half the population leans toward introversion, how did we end up treating it like an outlier? The constant push to be more outgoing creates an internal battle, one where you're always performing but never truly present. You attend every social gathering, you smile, you mingle, you keep up the act, but inside, you're counting down the seconds until you can recharge. It's like trying to keep a flashlight on without changing its batteries. Eventually, the light fades, no matter how hard you try to shine. The longer you ignore your natural rhythm, the louder that internal resistance becomes. It doesn't scream, it whispers. And that whisper gets harder to ignore until it becomes something else entirely, a breaking point. The breaking point. It doesn't always arrive in dramatic fashion. Sometimes it's as subtle as a moment on your couch after yet another packed day, where you're too tired to even think, let alone talk. Your body slumps, your brain is static. You flip through channels or scroll your phone without absorbing anything. You're done. For me, it happened after a week filled with social events. Back-to-back meetings, dinners, meetups. I thought I was doing what I was supposed to. I thought I was playing the game right, until my body tapped out. That night, I sat in silence and realized I wasn't just tired. I was disconnected from myself. I'd overridden every signal my body sent, forcing interaction after interaction, believing that pushing through was strength. Sound familiar? For some, it shows up as mental fog. For others, it's stress that clings for days. And for many, it's that heavy feeling of pretending to be someone you're not just to feel accepted. These breaking points are like internal alarms. They don't say stop being social. They say start listening. The world won't change overnight, but maybe you don't have to change either, not in the way you think. Maybe what you need isn't louder confidence or more practice with small talk. Maybe what you need is the right question, the one question that changed everything. What energizes me versus depletes me? That's it. That was the question. Simple, neutral, non-judgmental. But those 5 words flipped everything I believed about myself. This wasn't about fixing myself. It wasn't about becoming more social or less awkward. It wasn't about being someone else. It was about noticing patterns, tracking energy, not emotions, not performance, just energy. For the first time, I stopped asking, how do I become more like them? And started asking, what actually fuels me? The answer surprised me. Not all social interactions drained me. Deep, meaningful conversations, energizing, collaborating with like-minded people, exciting, teaching something I'm passionate about, fulfilling. But open floor office noise, small talk with strangers, long group hangouts without purpose, those left me worn out. Once I saw the difference, I couldn't unsee it. This question didn't just give clarity, it offered a new path forward. Not to withdraw, but to engage on my terms. It wasn't a way out of social life, it was a smarter way into it. Beyond labels, understanding your true identity. We're taught to view personality as a box. Introvert, extrovert, ambivert, pick a lane. But real life doesn't work that cleanly. I discovered that introversion isn't about hating people or avoiding events. It's about knowing your limits. It's not an all or nothing trait, it's situational, and it varies day by day. A dinner with two close friends? Uplifting. A crowded mixer with 50 strangers? Overwhelming. Both are social, both involve people, but the impact they have on me couldn't be more different. So I started journaling my energy. Simple notes, who I saw, what I did, how I felt afterward. Over time, a pattern emerged. I wasn't antisocial. I was strategically social. I wasn't low energy. My energy had a different direction. I wasn't the problem. My environment was just mismatched. Labels are easy, but living beyond labels is where the real transformation begins. It allows you to see yourself not through a lens of limitation, but of design. Like shoes that finally fit, you move differently, freely, comfortably, authentically. The energy management revolution. What if we managed our energy the way we manage our phones? You know the feeling. You're at 10% battery, scrambling for a charger. But how often do you check your own energy percentage throughout the day? Introverts aren't running on faulty batteries. We just have different models. And once I recognized that, I started making decisions differently. I made a scale, 1 to 10. 10 meant I was energized and clear-headed. 1 meant I was shutting down. A meeting coming up? I'd check in. Where am I right now? If I was at a 4, I'd recharge before walking in. If I was at 7, I'd go in knowing I could engage fully. The secret isn't to avoid people. It's to know when to engage and when to pause. Think of it like charging at 30% instead of waiting until you're on 1%. You bounce back faster. You enjoy it more. You give more. Ignoring your energy is like ignoring fuel warnings on a car. Sooner or later, you're going to stall. But learning to read those signals, that's freedom. Strategic social connection. Here's the truth. Most introverts love people. They just don't love all interactions equally. It's not about avoiding everyone. It's about being intentional. When I stopped forcing myself into draining group events, something amazing happened. The few connections I did make, they got stronger. I was present, focused, enjoying myself, not enduring. So I created a system. Step 1, identify people who fill your energy, not drain it. Step 2, set up the right context. Walks, quiet cafes, even shared activities. Step 3, buffer your time. Plan space before and after to recover. Sometimes, yes, I cancel plans, but I do it with care. I'd rather reschedule and be fully present than show up half-charged and disconnected. And surprisingly, the people who matter most, they understand. Because real connection isn't about frequency, it's about quality. Turning introversion into professional power. Workplaces often reward visibility over value. Talk more, show up more, be louder. But what if your strength lies in depth, not volume? When I finally stopped apologizing for needing focus time, my output doubled. When I shifted from forced networking to meaningful one-on-one check-ins, my relationships at work deepened. I wasn't doing less, I was doing smarter. Instead of chasing airtime in meetings, I prepared thoughtful insights and delivered them when they mattered. I became the person who spoke less, but when I did, people listened. The professional world is slowly shifting. Strategy, clarity, and observation are gaining ground. And those just happen to be introverted specialties. It's not about changing your nature. It's about aligning your workflow with it and showing others the value of that approach. Quiet doesn't mean passive. It means focused, intentional, and powerful. Daily rituals that protect your energy. Change isn't about big overhauls. It's about small daily choices. My day now starts with silence. Just 15 minutes of stillness, no news, no messages, just me. That one habit created a ripple effect. I'm calmer, clearer, more grounded. I block off recharge time between meetings. I protect deep work sessions like gold. I even designed my space to reflect my rhythm. Quiet corners, soft lighting, and boundaries I stick to. Evenings matter too. I don't just collapse onto the couch. I walk, I journal, I reflect. These aren't just habits, they're energy strategies. They keep me aligned and aware. We spend so much time managing tasks. What if we managed energy instead? Not everything fits in your calendar, but your energy should lead the way. Living a transformed life. This journey isn't about becoming someone new. It's about honoring who you've always been. That one question, what energizes me versus depletes me, changed my lens on everything. It wasn't about shrinking my world, it was about shaping it to fit. Yes, you'll still face expectations. You'll overcommit sometimes. But now, you'll know how to come back to the center. Your work improves because you're aligned. Your relationships grow because you're present. Your creativity flows because your mind isn't overrun. Some may not understand. They'll mislabel your silence, misread your space. That's okay. The goal isn't approval, it's authenticity. So here's the final thought. What if nothing was wrong with you to begin with? What if the only thing missing was the right question? Ask it today. And if that question made you think differently, leave a comment. Let's keep the conversation going. And make sure you subscribe. There's so much more ahead, and I want you there for all of it.